You stopped it just in time. I thought I was about to get the good shot that's coming.
Yeah, that's how we do it.
That shot.
I think Scott almost made it. He almost made it before the end.
Almost made. Yeah,
it's all good. It's all good. What is going on? You know, we got to start off right. That's right.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, get the intro
start
going,
off with a bang.
Pumped up. Yeah, get pumped up. Get the metal going. Why? Because I got two awesome mates. That's right. Awesome brothers from different mothers. We got Todd Scene Stealer Jenkins in the house, baby.
Yeah, that's right.
What
I'm always trying to do.
That's
man.
right. That's right. And Scott
Steal the scene, brother. Steal the scene.
Yeah, steal the scene. That's right. And my other brother, Scott Phillips. That's right. He is the TAC advisory legend himself. That's right. That's right. You need something. You need some from advisory and tactical tactics. He's the guy. Welcome, brother.
He's definitely the guy.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. It's great to have you here. Always an honor to have you here hanging out with your boy Preston. That's right. PhatSamuraiGuy hanging out, loving talking action movies and martial arts and a little bit of that horror spice on it. We're going to get a little bit into the horror for you, Todd, a little bit later. Talk a little bit of horror. That's right. That's right. That's what we like to do here.
Yeah,
my man
horror,
Scott.
My horror fan's a good fan.
Yeah. My man Scott runs a jiu-jitsu school. I want to talk about that a little bit, Scott, for everybody watching.
Right on.
No, go ahead and talk about it.
Oh, Scott. Hey, yeah, no. So I run the Invincible Academy of Jiu-Jitsu in Wiley, Texas. And no, man, we change people's lives. That's what we do, man. Our jiu-jitsu, it gives people an incredible, supreme self-confidence, changes their lives, changes their brains. It allows them to dominate their field no matter what it is. And it all starts with the jiu-jitsu, bro. So we teach them the self-defense skills. We teach them leadership skills. We teach them character building. We train kids from 5 years old to 75. And we've been blessed. God's blessed us incredibly. And we've got an incredible student body, world champions to soccer moms. So it's been really, really cool.
And where can they find your school at?
Man, you go to the best place on Facebook. If you go to our website is invincibleacademy.com. Invincible, not invisible, invincibleacademy.com.
Yeah.
We're on Facebook, Instagram, all those places. So
nice. Yeah, I took a couple of jiu-jitsu classes 300 years ago.
Yeah.
And those couple of classes that I took, I got hooked, Scott. Cool. I got hooked. So all you guys out there, hey, I wish I could have continued, but our jiu-jitsu teacher at our dojo ended up moving, so I couldn't learn anymore at the time. But all you guys out there, that's right. Check out the link, check out the website, and learn that jiu-jitsu and become a better person. That's right. Hey, you said up to 75, so I might have a shot to join your school, Scott.
Yeah, man. We don't have no excuses, bro. Absolutely. We got no excuses. We got to get our butts in there.
My business partner, he's a black belt. He's 63, and he's on the mats every day, fighting all the young lions. And so
people with bad knees, bad backs, or welcome.
He's got everything. But here's the thing: it looks different for everybody. You know what I mean? So It looks different for everyone. We've got dudes that are active Navy SEALs right now that came off our mats. We got guys. I just got a message from one of our students that he just checked in to Fairbanks, Alaska in the Arctic Airborne. We've got a couple of guys that shout out to the Henry boys that are playing football at UTEP right now. So, yeah, man.
Nice.
And like I said, we got ladies only. We got soccer moms. We got everybody, bro. So change life.
Nice. I love it. I
So
love
don't
it.
mess with anybody who goes to his school. You're in deep shit.
Todd, have you been training in anything? Have you have a history?
No, I need to train in
train
that,
on the
man.
set. You train
I've
on
been
the set.
training in staying alive and acting, man. This thing up until the strike, it was taking like 24 hours, 7 days a week.
Right.
That's what I was doing.
Yeah.
And
hey, filmmakers no
luckily,
joke.
we got to
You
go to
lose
the
weight from
premiere before all
filmmaking.
that happened.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I said filmmaking's no joke though. You know, you lose
No,
weight
it's
from
not,
filmmaking.
man. It's like what he does or anything else. You got to give it everything you got every single day. There's no days off.
Yeah.
A lot of people will sit back and think someone's going to knock on their door or send them a text or email, and that's not going to happen, man.
Right, you got to keep on grinding. But
not for me anyway. I got to hit the grind every day and try to find some work. So
hey, it's all good. It's all good, man. It's all good. Keep on grinding because you love the craft. And speaking for love of the craft, how did you get into filmmaking, Todd, and becoming an actor? When did you get the bug?
Oh gosh, I got the disease by accident.
The disease. It was like COVID. You got COVID. Like the acting COVID.
A little bit like a disease, a little bit like a drug, because people really get carried away with. I see people, especially if you get spoiled working with Will Kaufman. The first time you're on a Will Kaufman set, you fall in love with it right away, and you're like, man, I'm going to quit my job, and this is what I'm going to do full time. This is my new life. This is my career. And I'm like, dude, it's not like that with everybody. You got blessed to work with Will Kaufman on your first project, so just pump the brakes for a second. But I was working at a life insurance company, and it was going south. It was kind of like that movie Office Space. Have you ever seen Office Space?
Love it. Love Office
Space. They do those. Yeah, they do those interviews, and everyone's job starts going away. Yeah, so everybody's job was kind of going away, and they're like, "Hey, if you hang out here for the next year and a half, we'll give you this big severance package. And if we keep you on past that, you're pretty much screwed." So I was waiting for my severance package, and there was absolutely nothing going on. And there was this computer storage room, so I'd go down in there, and I would log on to the computers, and me and the guys were like screwing around, playing video games, getting on dating websites, whatever. And some casting director was like, "Hey, you should come out to Harry Hines in Dallas and be in this Chuck Norris movie." And I was like, right, this is going to be wild, but it'll make a good story. So I went there, and it really was a Chuck Norris movie. It was called Bells of Innocence. It was actually his son's movie, Mike Norris, but Chuck Norris was in it. And I fell in love with the business right away. I was just an extra that day. And then a guy at work was telling me he was going to go do a movie, and they were looking for old West guys. So I borrowed his wardrobe, went out there. It ended up being the same movie, but I lied to those guys, and I told them I was a stunt guy. So the next thing I know, I hear him calling my name over the walkies, and I'm doing stunts. And I learned real quick I didn't want to be doing stunts. That's a good way to get hurt. So I don't like doing stunts unless I've got a good stunt coordinator that helps me make sure I do it right so I don't get killed.
Right.
And but fell in love with it ever since then, man. So that was like 20 years ago, I guess. And then I just kept wanting to learn more and more about the business. So I learned how to do camera, sound, lighting, directing, and everything. And I think you kind of got to try to be a master of all trades so you can stay busy and you can pay the bills. Because if you're just wanting to act, especially right now, it just doesn't pay the bills, unfortunately.
Copy that. But hey, you still got the love for the craft. You're still going to keep on rocking and rolling, which you have done recently with the channel and Warhorse 1. And right now the channel is available everywhere. That's right. Warhorse 1 is also available everywhere. So you guys make sure you check it out and watch it. So this is pretty an awesome shot here. This was at the premiere here. Was this the premiere in theater?
That was the Dallas theater premiere at the Angelica in Plano. Yeah.
How did it go? How was it?
Man, it went great.
We sold the house out, man. We rocked it, man. It was awesome.
Packed house, and everybody enjoyed it, man. Like, and there were people there that aren't, typically action buffs, and they loved it. They loved everything about the movie. So
got to convert.
Yeah, I saw in the audience we had a range of everybody up to like 75 years old there, and they all said they loved it, and they were shaking their hands as they were going out. It was basically, he kind of had like a theatrical release. I think they showed it. How long was it in that theater? Probably for a week, I guess.
Yeah, it was a week, about a week. Yeah.
We all kind of got together and decided we wanted to go on a Saturday night. We thought that would be cool if we all got there for like the 9-10 showing. So we all communicated with each other and just sold it out and had a blast at it, man. Did a Q&A afterwards.
Nice. Well, congratulations on the release of the film. And old Billy, that's right, William Kaufman, the legend himself, killed it again. You know, it was an honor having him on here on the channel to interview him. It was great. It was like one of my boxes had to check, you know, like all the directors that I would love to speak to on my channel. And finally, I got old William, huge fan of his. And this, you know, a lot of people are saying this is like his best movie. You know,
he says it.
I agree. I definitely think.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What'd
Scott.
you say?
I was just gonna say, you know, if you talk to Mr. Kaufman, if you talk to Will, he'll tell you straight up it's his best picture to date. He's super proud of it, and it was a great cast. I mean, cast and crew. I mean, everything about it, man. It was like Todd said earlier. It can spoil you as far as working on a movie set. So
yeah, when you work on a Kaufman movie, you don't want to leave. When you go home, you're sad to leave, and if you hear he's working without you, you're like, man, what can I do to get on that set? I'll do anything.
Well, I mean, it shows how good of a director he is, and he actually cares about his cast and his crew. You know,
he definitely does.
So yeah,
it's more of a family environment than so much of a movie set. So
yeah, that's right. That's how it should be. But yeah, shout out to Kaufman. But let's get into it a little bit here. What, Clarence? That's right, the scene stealer.
Yeah.
Todd Jenkins.
Thanks for that quote, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, well, it's true. It's true. Yeah, you are the Todd Scene Stealer Jenkins, baby. That's right.
I think that's getting me in trouble, but I do appreciate it. And if I get an opportunity to work with people that will allow that, I definitely take a shot for sure.
Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing these exclusive clips we got here. I'm going to go into
you bet,
your scene from the channel. So exclusive clips right here on the channel. Hold on a second. We got Savage Zombie Reviews. Says, evening, gentlemen. He's saying hello to you guys. There we go.
What's up, man?
What's going on, Savage? Yeah, man. Yeah. But yeah, let's take a look at old Clarence in action.
Good old Clarence. Holy shit. Get the fuck out of here.
We need you, brother.
I got you. Come on. Get the hell out of here, quick. Come over here. Bring him over here. Put him on here. Sorry about the mess, man. I was meant to clean this shit up. Put him right here.
Bullet hit him under his armpit. His right armpit.
His other right armpit, Clarence, where the fucking blood is.
Would you just chill out, man? You got me so fucking rattled I can't even think straight. I got this. Just let me do my thing.
Clarence? Who's that?
Is that?
Who you got in there?
Ma, it's the pie guy. He's just dropping off my pepperoni.
But I hate pepperoni.
Yeah, I know. It's not for you, it's for me. You said you didn't want any.
That ain't no pie guy.
Mom, just relax, okay? I'll be in a bit. Rub your feet.
Really?
I promise, Ma. Just watch your program and I'll be in there before it's over.
Yo, what the fuck are you doing?
I need my bag.
What bag?
It's a medical bag. It's green, it's about this big.
That's it?
That's it, toss it here. Now everybody just give me my space and let me do my thing.
It's Bill. Take it. I got it. You got this? Yeah, I got it. Go.
Hey, what's up? What you got?
This dude has lost a shit ton of blood. My guess is the bullet bounced off his shoulder socket and down to his stomach. His abdomen is distended and he's got a GI bleed.
I ain't got time for this, bro.
I don't know what to tell you, bro. I'm a corpsman, man, not a surgeon. Without real trauma care, and even that, I don't know.
Ain't gonna happen. Can't happen. You make it go easy for him. Take it. What's going on?
Yeah, it's all good. I did my thing, and he's in rough shape, but the bleeding stopped. He just needs some time to rest.
We ain't got time for no rest. We gotta get him fixed up ASAP. Get him over to Bill's house. He can rest when he gets there.
What do I have to say?
Got a deal. 20 minutes, middle of no alley about to Haley.
Yeah, let's move. Let's go.
Yeah. Hey. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Take care of him.
Awesome, man. Awesome.
Thanks, man. I didn't know you were going to do the whole thing, but that was cool.
I hate pepperoni. Yeah, it's the mother character.
That was when I read that in the script. I told Will I had to play that part because I did kind of take care of my mom for 30 years, and I was used to those kind of things happening every day around the house. So
did you ad lib a little bit?
Of course,
in that scene?
Of course I did. I'm pretty sure I did. I always try to improv something in there.
Yeah, it was phenomenal, man. It was great. You know, it's funny because when I didn't get a chance to talk, I only had a small amount of time with William, and again, it was an honor to chat with him here on the channel. But I forgot to ask him. I was going to ask him, like, at some point, did he plan on returning back to your character? Because for a while, you're following the main characters, right. And I was like, are we gonna go back to Todd? Like, what's Todd doing? But that means you know, me as a viewer, I missed your character. Like,
well, that's good.
You made a little bit of an impact.
You want more, I guess, instead of getting too much. So that's a good thing.
I thought maybe you'd roll up with them and meet up with them at the end and then die or something. you know. But no, man, phenomenal, great scene. Here you go. You got Savage saying, "Great work, Todd. Brilliant scene." There you go. You got Rocky chiming in here. Great movie. Keeps you hooked the whole time. All the fight scenes were legit and flowed like real life. Look at that.
That's because of that man right there. He's the one that makes everybody look good.
That's right. Perfect segue to the man himself, Scott Phillips, played Lee Castle in the movie. That's right. So I got to ask you, man, before we talk about your role, how did you did you ever see yourself getting into the movies?
Yes,
getting into filmmaking.
So honestly, getting into the movies has been a lifelong dream. Actually, it's something that I talked about as a kid, and I planned on it, and you know, I just kind of had a whole bunch of different adventures, and so got into it a little bit later in life. But man, I'm here, and I hope to do a whole lot more. So, but yeah, absolutely, it's absolutely something I've wanted to do and planned on doing for many, many years.
Yes, and I'll be looking forward. We'll be looking forward. Yeah, man, to see what you got coming up next for sure. So how challenging was it? Where did you train the two leads, Max Martini and Crawford? Did you train them?
Yeah, so I went about the week before we started filming and spent about 3, maybe 4 days with most of the monster crew, with Max Martini, with Clayne Crawford, Lenz Edwards, and we went to a shoot house. We worked on some CQB, weapon manipulation, stuff like that. And then we also went out to the range and actually did some shooting and moving. And man, those guys were great. You know, Max and Clayne both have had, you know, a pretty good amount of military type training. You know, Max was in the unit, and he's played a SEAL in a couple of movies and a Delta guy. And so he's had some training behind the scenes. Clayne has also had a little bit of military training, I think, with the Great Raid, and they were great students. You know what I mean? And from the beginning, you know, my thing is, you know, this isn't a documentary. Nobody's paying to go and watch a documentary, you know. So the movies, in my opinion, and Will and I have talked about this. We've talked about this for years. You know, the movies, action movies, should be where reality meets possibility, you know, where authenticity meets possibility, you know. So like I said, it's not a documentary, but people want to see the guys look good. And my message to the actors is, hey, look, I just want to make you guys look even more badass than you already are. That's my job, you know. And
nice.
You know, it's like anything else. If you'll listen to me and if you'll do some of these things, and I, you know, when I get a gun in my hand and I start doing some of it, they're like, yeah, I want to do that and I want to do that. And I wanted them to be able to do some things that I personally have never seen done in a movie. And there's a few things, little nuances that I don't think anybody's ever done. They pulled it off spectacularly. You know, I mean, the scenes are incredible. They did a great job, and they were super humble. They were great students. They're talented. They're incredible actors, and you know, they're very talented at what they do. And they're both athletes. You know, I mean, they're real guys. They're not just pretending. Both of those guys, Max and Clay, you know, they're not just pretending to be tough guys. Though they really are tough guys. You know, Clay was a football player in Alabama and high school. You know, probably could have played college. Max is a tough guy in real life. He trains, he boxes and lifts, and he shoots. And so, you know, my job is just to make him look better, man. And to, you know, I think they pulled off. They really look like hardened Marines, hardened Marine Raiders. And you know, my father was a Marine. My father was a Force Recon Marine in Vietnam. And so it was really cool for me to try to help those guys, you know, portray that legacy. And,
Gotcha.
Man, they did a great job, you know. So
yeah, but you did too, brother. That's right.
Well, thank you. Yeah, man. I got a little trigger time. So
look at this guy. Look at this guy right here.
Well, he's also in the movie at the opening. You just don't know it's him.
Oh yeah, the flashback dreams. Yeah, I was the.
Were you the guy running around?
Yeah, running around. Everybody. Yeah, the first person shooter.
That's awesome.
And I'm gonna tell you, man, you talk about, you know, so that was like, man, that was an all-day shoot. That was an after the fact shoot, and I guess this is okay to talk. I'm sure it's okay to talk about, but
yeah, it's fine.
You know, that was after all the primary videoing was done, and we went back and did an all-day shoot in Louisiana. It was 100 and something degrees. We were down by the river in an old fort, and I mean 200% humidity. You know, mosquito dactyls flying in trying to pick you up.
Dactyls.
And it was me and, you know, the other stunt team, and I was jocked up in gear. I had a helmet cam on. And it was full contact, man. Like, you know, it reminded me of an all-day college football practice, because we were crashing into each other and fighting and sprinting and all. You know, it was fun. It was a great time for me to kind of relive those days and get back in the fight a little bit. You know, on film. So it was really cool.
That's awesome that you were the guy in the first person perspective, kicking ass, taking names, and that was a badass scene. That's like one of the best scenes.
It was
in the movie.
Tell him how many stunt guys were in that scene.
Say it again.
Tell him how many stunt guys.
Yeah, there were only 3 other stunt guys besides me, and so, like I said, man, you know, I'd kill them and we would reset it, or they'd run around the corner and I'd kill them again, and you know,
that's how you do it.
Yeah, exactly. There was, and hey, I'm gonna tell you, it was rough, man. It was because it was a stunt, you know, but it was full contact, and which was cool, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Well, it looked awesome. You got Papa here.
Good. I'm glad we
badass from Papa here. Yeah, nice. They got chat tuning in, man. They're enjoying it. What it's all about. So let's have some more fun here, and let's watch the trailer together. And I'll turn the sound down so we can hear both of you commentate during it, and you guys can talk about any behind-the-scenes stories of filming.
Well, he's going to have a lot more than me because I was just there for Clarence. So let's let him take over the commentary.
No, that's all good. That's all good. But you can talk about your experience, you know, watching the movie, what you thought about it too.
Oh man,
So right here, this whole opening, I mean, this is one, and I told William this. I said this really gave Heat a run for its money. The shootout. This shootout was so good and phenomenal, and I wouldn't be surprised if some people thought this was better than the Heat shootout.
Yeah, I've heard that from some people.
Yeah, like I'm not going to argue against that because that's how good it is. So, how long did it take to pull this off? This whole sequence.
You know, that's actually so. The inside the bank scene was they filmed that in one day, and then we filmed the parking lot in one day, which is crazy. And I was just fixing to look it up. Man, I think it took with the heat street scene. I think it took like 90 days or something crazy.
Yeah, they were moving like through all those streets at the same time they were shooting that thing. I bet it took, and they probably took their time back then so they could all get paid a little more.
Yeah, man, they had
they were in no hurry to get it done.
Yeah, but this was so intense. Great actor here. You're the FBI agent trying to hunt you down. He did a great job. But this was so good. I mean, shotgun blasting, explosions. This was so intense.
Oh, yeah. I think the thing that people don't realize when they watch a movie like this is how long the director has to put it together, with the cast and crew. Like you said, they had one day to shoot that entire sequence outside, and you're hauling ass, man. It's no playing around. Everybody's got to know their job, and you got to kick ass at it because you don't get a whole lot of takes.
No, and listen, so this is what it is, right? So the night before we shot the scene, Will asked me, he said, "Hey, can you choreograph this parking lot scene? Can you choreograph this parking lot gunfight?" Oh, and I was like, "Yeah, man." I was like, tell me what the deal is, And he's like, "Well, they come out of the bank." I got on location. We walked the set. Not the night before. I take it back. So I got to New Orleans. Got to the set. They were shooting the inside of the bank, right?
Yeah.
Watch all that, whatever. We talk about some things, and then when I'm leaving, he's like, "Hey, so this is the parking lot. This is the idea. They come out. They're going to exit down there. FBI, blah blah blah. It's a big shootout. Can you choreograph this gunfight on how they would shoot, move, and communicate?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, no problem." And so I went back that night and drew it out on the little note tablet that they give you at the hotel. I've still got it. And then we did the training, and the guys looked great. We came back, and then, man, we started pushing cars around that parking lot and dry walked it just like we would do in the teams. And then they killed it, man. They knocked it out of the park. So,
I love it, man. Such a great way to start the movie too.
Yeah, it was. And I'll tell you, it was so cool. The monster masks were awesome. I think that. And when I watched and the editing and actually just when we were there filming it, I was like, man, I knew the comparisons would come to Heat, and I told Will, I said, I think it's going to be cooler because I think it's a combination of if you took Heat and combined it with Point Break and kind of that creep from Point Break. And
there you go. Yeah.
And then this scene right here, man.
This was intense.
Yeah. So
that was awesome. That was awesome. How fast that went.
And Max killed it. Well, Max and Claim both killed it. But on this scene, so there were three, you see the three bad guys, they were lined up, and Will wanted a scene, this gunfight. He wanted it to rival, and I said, well, it ain't gonna rival. It'll be better than the scene from Collateral where Tom Cruise shoots the two guys that are trying to steal the briefcase in the park in the alley.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, and that was great. The alley scene in Collateral was great.
Right.
But he does what everybody does in all the movies. He draws his pistol, 2 to the body, 1 to the head. Mozambique, right? 2 to the body, 1 to the head. Transitions to the second bad guy, 2 to the body, 1 to the head. And I told Max, I said, hey, bro, if you could pull this off, which I knew he could, I said, this will be way cooler. And I was like, you're going to look at one guy, you're going to draw, and just 3 headshots. Boom, boom, boom.
That was great.
Just like that. With a little deception. And we had to modify it because Will already had in his mind that he shot the main bad guy. He was going to shoot him, and then he had the little extra scene where Max came up, pointed the gun in his face, and said, "Hey, wake up, you're gonna miss it." Oh yeah, there you are, and then blasted him. And
That
so
was great. That was great.
That was
so
cool,
Max
man.
Drew,
that was cool. I'm glad
Yeah,
that he didn't die with the headshot.
yeah. So Max drew, and it was head, body, head, and then he went back. And anyway, and so we gave Max the gun and the holster, and like 3 days before the scene, and I told him, I was like, "Hey, stand in front of the mirror, look, and then draw, boom, boom, boom." And man, he killed it. He practiced, and like I said, he's talented, and so that's a pretty cool scene. And when I saw the trailer with him just drawing and hitting the first shot, I texted him. I'm like, "Bro, you that was clean. You nailed it." So
nice.
Yeah, that was cool.
That's some Wild West shit.
Exactly. That's
how we
exactly
do
right.
it. That's how we do it.
Exactly right.
The car combat and driving sequences, were you a part of that as well?
No, so I mean, I was in the car and on some of them, but no. Tyler,
Is it Gaplin?
Yeah,
Is
Tyler
it Gaplin.
Tyler Galpin was the stunt coordinator, and he did that, and he killed it, man. He did a bang up job on that.
Yeah, one of the highlights for this movie that I brought up to William is that a lot of people complain with a lot of more recent action films that everyone knows, well, the hero's going to be fine, or the protagonists are going to be fine, no matter what danger, action sequences, or fight they're going to get in. Most likely, they're going to be fine. They're not even going to have a scratch, right? But this movie, and I had to tell William this, I was like, this movie felt that you felt the danger. Any character at any time could go.
Yeah.
And that's so refreshing to watch a movie and feel that, where you get that suspense.
Yeah.
And you're just like, man, I don't know. He might die right here. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not predictable. Yeah.
Hey, real quick. So the Heat gunfight, it took them 107 days to film that.
Wow.
We filmed this in 1 day. 2 days if you include the inside of the deal. So I mean, that was pretty cool. Hey, now, and here's the thing here, and one other deal about you talking about the danger and all that.
Yeah.
So at the after party of the premiere in New Orleans, at the after party or the after party, right? We're sitting there, and it's me and Max and one of the producers. I'm not sure. I don't remember exactly who it was, but anyway, he asked me, and Max did too. They're like, "Hey, so once you see the whole, put it all together," they asked me if I was happy with the way that it all turned out, as far as the realism of the gunfights, the way they handled the weapons, and all that stuff. And and I told him, I said, "Man," I said, "yes, I'm super satisfied with the way all that stuff came out." I said, "It's not a documentary, right? Like we talked about."
That's right.
And I said, you can take the real deal guys and you can have them do a run through a house, and you can sit and critique each guy and see where they might have done this thing a little bit better or that thing. It's like anything, right? You take the best in the world,
right?
And man, it's never going to be perfect, right? And I said, so this was the same way. I mean, to answer your question, yes, I'm 100% satisfied. And I said, now I'll say this: the parking lot scene, I was like, man, there was a lot of bullets flying around. Like that thing, I don't know if there's been a longer, more protracted gunfight in any movie. I mean, that thing went on forever, right? Yeah. And I said, and Max goes, yeah. He's like, I don't know if enough of us died. I said, no. It's like, hey, I said, but the good news is, right, everybody was reloading. And for the people that have seen it, there's a lot of rounds going down range. Well, there were only enough. The amount of rounds going down range matched the amount of ammo that they were carrying. So in other words, they didn't shoot 500 rounds and not have 500 rounds on them. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So like it was legit in that sense. And then the other thing I told them, I was like, hey, man, 3 of y'all died, and I think or 6 cops died in that gunfight. So it wasn't like the A-Team, right, where nobody dies. I mean, they were freaking getting after it. Blah, blah, you know,
there's not even any blood.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So three of the Monster Squad guys died, you know, in the initial shootout. So, so yeah,
it was intense.
Super stoked.
And William also mentioned that his movie's unique because the heist happens right in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
Usually with heist films, they build up to the heist.
Yeah.
And they don't do it till the end. But yeah, I thought that was refreshing and different too. He did it right in the beginning. You know, in Reservoir Dogs, a movie I love, it happens in the beginning too, but you don't see the heist. But Quentin Tarantino did that on purpose. But this is phenomenal.
The aftermath.
Yeah, this is phenomenal. Let's keep rocking and rolling here. This is great behind the scenes stories here. But yeah, you feel the danger. Anyone could go, and it was so nice and refreshing to experience that watching a movie for a change. This location right here, was this difficult to shoot? This little shootout in here,
Scott.
So that I wasn't there for that. I wasn't there for that scene.
Okay.
The thing I'm impressed is the lighting and the camera work on this one.
Yes.
Man. I think the cinematography and the editing and everything. I mean, I think they just blew it out of the park on everybody in this part of the post-production team, as well as the crew that was there on set. I mean, I'm just blown away with the whole movie, man.
And the editing is huge.
Who's that guy?
Look at that handsome fella. Look at that.
He knows how to shoot a gun.
Yeah. You were saying about the editing then.
Yeah, the editing, man, is crucial, bro. Like, you know, we've seen, I mean, you can get all the great footage in the world, but if they don't edit it correctly and they put in the wrong stuff or they chop the right stuff, I mean, you can lose the whole feel. And the thing about this that was so cool as I watched it, and I think this was everybody, but I was there for, I mean, probably 90% of all the filming, is that the way the movie unfolded in the theater is exactly like it unfolded in my mind as we were shooting it.
Nice.
So, and that's a testimony to the editors, and the sound was good, man. Hey, at that theater in New Orleans, bro.
Oh man, that thing was rocking in New Orleans.
Yeah, if you watch this, if you watch this in a home theater with a good sound system, bro, it's
before you need a good sub and a sound system, and you can feel those shots, man.
Oh yeah. Before I watched the movie, William's like, turn the sound up. Make sure you have the sound up.
Turn your subwoofer on and turn the sound up so you can feel the movie.
It was cranked all the way up to 11. That's right.
There you go, brother.
Yeah,
nice.
But yeah, Channel's phenomenal. One of my favorite action movies of the year. You know, when I do my best of the year list, favorite films I enjoy, the Channel's going there.
Right on.
It's going to be there. But yeah, let's get back to this, man. This is a blast. Really quick, because I got you both.
I love it because I'm still posting about it every day. So
yeah, post it forever, Todd. There's no shame.
Yeah.
You were in the movie. Fuck it.
You're in the movie. Fuck it. Just post it every day. It's up today.
I got to ask really quickly before we move on to Warhorse 1. Todd, some of your favorite action movies or movies in general, man?
Well, he named one earlier, Point Break, man. Anytime I see Point Break on, I can't turn it off. I freaking love Point Break. That's definitely one of my favorite all times.
I didn't even bother watching
even like the corny stuff back in the Stallone's days, man. I like,
dude,
I like Cobra, man. I think Cobra's kind of cool.
Represent Cobra, man.
Yeah, Cobra's a fun one. Commando.
Dude.
I mean, I like all those old movies with Stallone and Arnold and Van Damme. I love all of them, man. They just don't make them like that anymore. But Kaufman's bringing it back, though. He's doing a kick-ass job. And,
yes, he is. Yes, he is.
I hope that we all get to go back again and do it some more.
Let's do it again. Do it again, Mr. Kaufman. Bring Todd back, Scott back, future projects.
Who knows what I'll be doing in the next one? Every single movie he has me do some wild shit. So, who knows what I'll be doing in the next one.
Yeah, and put me in the movie too, so Scott can kill me off. Scott will just break my neck. That'd be great. I would love to do that. But yeah, Scott, what's some of your favorite movies? Action or,
Well,
any?
I mean, honestly, like First Blood is one of my all-time favorite, bro. Like,
Oh yeah, man.
100%.
Blood is great.
Predator
First
poster
Blood.
right here.
Yeah,
So
First
good.
Blood, Uncommon Valor. I don't know if you saw that. It's old Uncommon Valor. All the Rocky movies, man. I loved every one of them. I was a boxer. I fought.
Right.
Over the Top.
Yeah.
That's still a fun one too, man.
Turn the hat. Look, Scott's already ready. He's got the hat turned around.
I forgot to bring mine, dude, or I would have done it too. You know, you gotta go.
Yeah, man.
Oh shit! Todd, did you see that? Todd that was like a jump scare. Todd's bicep was a jump scare. Do it again, Todd.
It's camera angles, man.
Oh shit!
Where is it?
What the hell, man?
Oh my goodness!
I gotta get back to lifting. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, me too, man. This weather's been kicking my ass so bad. You just want to lay down after you worked in it for 3 or 4 hours. You're like, yeah, I can't go to the gym now. I just want to go to bed.
But yeah, love Over the Top classics. There's just so many. But we're gonna switch the gears a little bit, genres. So horror. Todd, you a big horror fan?
Yeah, I've always been a horror fan, and this goes back to First Blood too. My aunt, when I was growing up, my parents had got divorced, and my mom and aunt kind of raised me. My mom worked 2 or 3 jobs, so whenever she was around, she would show me these movies I wasn't supposed to be seeing. She'd always be like, "Don't tell anybody I showed you this," but she would
jealous.
Yeah, when I was young, I got to see First Blood, and somehow I saw Scarface, and then I saw Nightmare on Elm Street as well. And that one scared the shit out of me. Nightmare on Elm Street was a tough one to see as a kid, but I fell in love with all of them, man. I love all the horror movies. The first Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street. You know, I dig all of them, man. The Friday the 13th series.
Well, speaking of Friday the 13th series, I saw this here. What is this, Todd?
Yeah, well, the Cherokee Creek, when I got that out, because I made so much noise with that movie, a lot of the horror fans got to know who I was, and this guy was wanting to make a fan film that was going to be Friday the 13th part 2 of part 7, you know.
Right.
So part 7, part 2, I guess, the sequel to Friday the 13th part 7, which was a lot of fun, and I kind of knew who Laura Part Lincoln was. I'd met her earlier in my career, and he said he was going to go after her and Terry Kaiser from Weekend at Bernie's, try to bring back some of the original cast. And he was like, man, I'd be honored if you would like to come and play a role and do a scene with Laura. And I was like, dude, yeah, anything, man. Let's do it.
Where? Because I'm a big Friday the 13th fan. Where can you watch this?
That is on YouTube for free, man. You can watch it tonight.
Shit.
Yeah,
just watch it on YouTube when we're done here.
Those guys killed it, though, man. Those guys absolutely love the Friday the 13th movies, man. They live it. They breathe it. They know everything there is about it, every single prop, every single little thing. They know everything about it, and it's all filmed up in, I guess, Washington State. They got a place over there that they do it. This guy builds all the sets there for them, and they spend a lot of money doing it, and they all just love being there. And they have this massive crew of actors and stuff and cast, and you just go over there.
I have to see this.
They've done a few of them, I think, though. I think they've done 2 or 3. I'll have to look them up and let you know, but they do a great job.
Yeah, let me know. I'll watch all of them for sure. I'll share it and support it. Yeah, all you Friday the 13th horror movie fans, Roseblood, a Friday the 13th fan film. Check it out right now.
Yeah,
on
those
YouTube.
guys took really good care of me, man. Really good care of me.
I had to show you this because this was hilarious.
That's a great one, man.
Knucklebones.
That's a really good one.
I was busting up watching this, man. I had a lot of fun with Knucklebones.
Did you watch the whole thing?
Yeah.
So you saw me get the face melted off.
Yes.
The funny thing about that is I filmed that before I was ever on the movie. They said, "Hey, can you come to Fort Worth and film a shot of you getting your face melted off?" And I don't know how the hell this guy did it, but he made. I think his name's Tom Zimbrod, and he had been the one that made the face of me. I guess he made it from a photo or something, and it kind of looked like me. And then they torched that face and melted it, and I'm sitting here filming it. And then the director's like, "Okay, so now we got you melting the face off. I need you to fly over to LA so we can film the rest of it." So that was weird. I filmed my death scene, and then I got to go shoot everything that led up to it.
Oh yeah, no, Knucklebones was fun, man. It was wild. I had a blast watching it. But yeah, let's check out your trailer for Cherokee Creek.
Which one could it be? Because there's so many of them.
The one I could find. So there you go.
Dude, there's tons of them out there.
All right, well, let's just play the one I got here. I can't keep you guys here all day. All right, here we go, guys.
Kind of theory. You never know.
So this spot is actually the first spot that they ever saw Bigfoot in North America back in like the 1800s, I think.
He's out there.
Hey! He's behind you! He's behind you!
It's right there.
Dusty? Is that you?
Who's out there?
Yeah, I think I made that what 2017. I think.
I'm sold. Looks fun, man. This is a Bigfoot movie.
Did you see it?
No, not yet.
Okay, so the trailer is a little misleading. It is a super raunchy horror comedy, which I didn't want to give that away. I almost didn't want to put a lot of stuff in the trailer, but when you see it, you'll be like, this so different than what I was expecting.
So now I'm even more sold. Now you just said super raunchy.
Well, think of like
comedy. Let's go.
It's inspired by like Porky's, The Hangover, American Pie meets Friday the 13th with a Bigfoot.
Sold. I'll be watching it tonight. So
I'll be curious to see what you think.
I'll get back to you. I'll get back to you.
All right.
But yeah,
all right,
I had to show the love and play that. But yeah, I am sold. Gonna have to watch that. But now let's switch it back to some tactical action here. Warhorse 1. Scott, how was it working with Johnny Strong?
You know, Johnny, he treated me well. So I mean, you know, that was a guerrilla film, right? And so Will asked me if I could bring some guys over there, and man, we had a great crew. And you know, as a matter of fact, one of the very first pictures that you showed of me standing there with another guy, kind of dressed down a little bit. That guy, yeah. So that's Coach Brian. He just finished teaching jiu-jitsu here for me. He's one of my jiu-jitsu guys, and he's the one that gets shot in the face. He's got probably the best fight scene in the movie, although it was very fast. When it was edited, it was very, very fast. And but yeah, man. So I mean, I had a great time. I had a great time filming. The crew was awesome. Sam Hahn and just a whole bunch of those guys. There's Mr. Kaufman.
That's right, Mr.
That's
Kaufman.
One of the many times I died in the scene in the film. So
did you get a script? Because I never got a script. I never knew what I was doing until I got there. So I did, and then I didn't even know what the movie was about. So I went to the screening and saw it.
Oh wow!
Right on. No, I got the script. Actually, more than the script, we went out there one day, went out to Capernaum Studios in Weatherford and walked through the village and, again, kind of choreographed kind of how the whole layout was supposed to go once they got to the village. And so more than the script. But then, no, man, on each day of filming, he's like, all right, we want you to do this. So you're going to be at the top of the stairs, and we would go through the deal. And
yeah, styling right there. Styling.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So here's the thing with me, and Will did this. I got to give credit to Will for doing this because I would have freaked out. He calls me. He'd seen me in the Nicolas Cage movie, Arsenal. Either he saw the movie or he saw a photo of me, and he's like, "Do you look like this right now?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I can look like that." And I did not look like that at the time. So I was like buying like any kind of products that I could to grow the hair and beard out as fast as I could. And I'd keep asking him, "Hey, man, so when are you going to tell me about this movie? And do I get a script or anything?" And he'd kind of stall on it. And I'd be like, "Okay, man, I'll send you updates with the hair and beard." And we kept doing that. And like, I think a few days before, he's like, "Don't freak out or nothing, but you're going to be playing like an ISIS dude or whatever. And you're going to have to learn Arabic." And I was like, "What?" Like, freaked out. And the very first scene that we shot, if you've seen the movie, is the one with the little girl, but there's no little girl there. There's this tape. We had tape on the wall. Okay. So, you know, they're like, "Hey, look at the tape and, you know, say some stuff." And I'd be like, "Hey, pretty girl. I like you, pretty girl. You're so pretty. You know, you like,
See?
and all this. And I don't even know that there's a girl. The little girl is that going to be in there. I see her
Yeah.
like much later in the day. So the only shot that she and I were actually on set for was when my hands reach in there to grab her.
Okay.
But like all the peekaboo stuff and
Yeah.
me doing all the stuff with the gunplay and saying all these
Yeah.
crazy things to her. She wasn't there, but that was the very first thing I shot. So I had no idea what the hell I was doing. I didn't know what we were going to be doing with this character. So as each day would go by, I'd be like, so I think he was kind of smart the way he shot it too, because he was like, we got to make sure he can do the scene with the girl first. And then the second scene was my death scene, which I love. But I just went there. I was like, hey, man, I love that death scene. I was like, well, what are we doing? And like, well, you're going to get shot in the balls. So let's do that. So we did that. And then I go, well, what are we doing now? And he's like, well, you're going to get shot in the head. And they put a hat on me with a string. And I think Johnny pulled it off. Like we had to time it down perfectly to where I got shot in the head. And he pulls it back at the perfect timing. So it looks like I got it right in the center there, man.
Nice. Oh, that's crazy. Hey, it's a challenge for you though, Todd, right? Just showing up. Fuck it.
Yeah, man. Well,
I don't know who I'm playing or what the script is. Fuck it. Give it to me.
Right. And I didn't know who was in it. I didn't know anything. So when we get there, I was like, I don't know if there's like some big A-list actor's going to start popping up here at the premiere. You know, I didn't know who all was in the movie because I was only out there. I got to work with Scott a few days, and then I got to work with some of the other guys. But I think I worked with them on camera for like 5 or 6 days with those guys, and then I did another like 6 days of pickup stuff with Will and me and Scott, just doing our thing.
Copy that.
But I really didn't know I didn't even know what Johnny's involvement really was at that point, because I think I saw Johnny on set for like a couple of days, and then the majority of my time was working with Kaufman, just me and him hand in hand, and then Scott and some of the other guys.
Gotcha. Copy that. Look at this guy. He's in his element.
Tough gig.
Well, was this a lot more difficult shoot because of the location compared to the channel?
Well, it was, So those pictures, that was on a mountain over in Weatherford, and bro, like it was pretty rough terrain, and those cats, the bad guys, all the ISIS guys moving up and down those rocks. A couple of them got injured, just because, I mean, it's a movie, but that mountain was real. And so, it was pretty rough. It wasn't super.
I'm trying to think of the name. Is it Santo, maybe? Was that the name of the place? Santo?
No. Golly, man. I
thought it was Santo, and it had like a name of the ranch or something. I don't know if I'm supposed to say all that information, but
it
was a really cool location.
It was cool. Hey, and I'll tell you, you look at these, I'm trying to point, boom, that scene right down there. So the guy, so we're choreographing that. We had me and Coach Brian is the one that's got the gun pointed at him.
Nice.
That's my jiu-jitsu guy, right? Brian Westbrook. Shout out to him. And then the big guy standing up in the back, his name is Zeus Ferrardo. And then you see Sam Hahn back there, with the thinker pose going on. He was the DP. And then, of course, you see Mr. Kaufman over here framing the whole thing up. That's a great shot, man. But that fight scene right there, bro, like that was legit. And those guys, so Brian and Zeus, both of them, both of them trained with me, and they killed it. And that was their first foray into, acting. And they
wow. So the big guy's name is Zeus.
Yeah, his name is Zeus.
How tall is that dude?
And he's probably 6'4", 6'5". He's a big old guy.
Oh wow, he's huge.
Perfect name.
Big old guy.
Yeah.
The whole ending is amazing, Scott, man. I think that last it's probably like 20-30 minutes of the movie, but man, it's just so awesome. All the action sequences there that y'all put together was amazing.
Oh yeah. Third act, I thought the third act, when he was first trying to get there to get the girl, like towards the end, I don't want to spoil too much, but I thought that was the finale. When he was he was going in stealth, he was in disguise. And Johnny was going in stealth style and taking dudes out. I was like, "Oh, we're here already. This is the end of the movie. This is the finale." And man, I was not ready or prepared for the badassity that came later, man. I mean, all you action movie junkies out there, the finale of this movie, the action finale, will scratch the motherfucking action itch, baby. That's right. So
Right.
you guys got to watch Warhorse 1 for sure. But yeah, this fight was dope. This was great. Was this the first person or the camera angle shot of Johnny pulling the gun and clicking it a couple times?
Yeah,
that was the scene, right?
Yeah, that was
yeah. This was
great. Yeah.
great.
He comes out there to our right, and Brian jumps on him. He fights him, hits him with his rifle and blasts him in the face, and I think maybe Zeus comes out after that. I don't know. I don't remember, but the three of us, we because they both live here local where I'm at, we went and spent about 4 or 5 hours choreographing that here locally up at one of the schools, and then went out and did, ended up filming it almost identical to the way we planned it. So
how many characters did you play in this one?
Man, I probably 4. Like, I probably got killed 4 times,
Yeah.
and popped around. So.
Did you double any of the other actors ever, or were you always just playing you?
No, the plan, and I think the plan's changed, but I was supposed to be in the sequel. I was going to be one of the main, or one of either the antagonist of the hero, or play another team guy in the sequel.
Okay.
And so that's why I was masked up in this one, and because Johnny's the only one that lives in this one until the final scene. So
I don't know, man. I think Yusuf might make it through this.
he might. Yeah, those kind of guys do. Huh? Yeah.
I think Yusuf's twin brother will return in the sequel.
He's coming back for revenge.
That's what'll happen.
In every movie I'm in, I'm like, he's got a twin brother and he's coming back.
But yeah, let's have some fun. Let's take a look at Warhorse 1 trailer. We can watch it together and relive the awesomeness here. But yeah, do you know how long it took to shoot this whole movie, or was it just shot in parts pretty much?
Probably, man, I would guess 8 weeks, 12 weeks, something like that.
Wow.
It was pretty spread out, right? Because I would just kind of go in here, and then I might come back like 2 weeks later, come back, do a day or two, and then.
Yeah.
If you see yourself in here, Scott, let me know. I'll pause it.
Okay.
Oh man. But Scott, in your professional opinion, how did you think Johnny did in the action sequences?
Man, he did well in the action sequences. He's a good athlete. He trains, he does some shooting. So, I mean, he does well in the action scenes.
Copy that.
And he also did the editing and the score as well.
Right.
Yeah. He did. The score was pretty good. Yeah, the little girl, she did good in the film.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone did a great job. Even the villains did a great job. The actors who played the antagonist, you didn't want to fuck with them at all. Like,
so that guy you're like, there, the older guy, Steve Mokate, he's a friend of mine, and he was in the movie The Hunt. If you ever saw that.
Here we go, some of the action. Yeah, I'm trying to find Scott.
Danny, good old Danny.
Killed Danny.
That was you
up there.
Wait, what happened?
Oh no, I mean it's not even worth.
You said if you see Scott yell, and I was like, I think that was Scott right there. I was like, there he is.
We're gonna have fun, and anyone who's masked is Scott at this point. We're just gonna say, hey, it's him right there.
There he is, right? That's you.
Yeah, that's Scott.
Me.
Yeah.
That was me. Yeah.
Yeah.
That little slide there. Did you teach Johnny to do that?
No, I mean, no, man, he did it. That's all him.
Yeah, but these dudes, great actors. Everybody did a good job in this movie. Yeah, it's very entertaining. Highly recommend action fans check it out.
I've actually done that before, man. I've been down a river like that. That shit ain't no fun. So that was not fun for everyone who was doing that.
Scott was. Oh, that's crazy. Scott, was this Johnny really doing this right here?
Yeah, that's him.
That's him, but I'm saying there's a camera guy doing it too. So I'm like, I don't feel like the poor camera guy doesn't know where the hell he's going. He's just trying to film Johnny.
Wow, it's crazy.
I'm assuming there's a camera guy there. I might be wrong, but I would
unless
think
he has a camera on him, maybe he's got something on him.
Could be a combination of, like I said, I wasn't there for that part, but that's pretty awesome.
But Warhorse 1, baby. Make sure you guys check it out. A lot of action, a lot of fun. That's right. And what?
Yeah, there he is.
There he is.
Yusuf is smiling because he thinks he's got the drop on Johnny Strong.
Well, I'm gonna play the clip. I'm gonna play the whole clip, Todd.
No, don't play the whole clip, man. Don't play that beginning part, bro.
Why? Why not? It's hilarious. It's so good.
Which clip? Are you talking about the death scene, or which clip are you playing? Because I sent you all the clips.
It came out into one video file, so I uploaded the whole thing here. It's like 3 minutes.
Well, hang out for a little bit.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a whole lot of Yusuf coming up then.
Yeah, here you go, guys. Enjoy this exclusive.
That's right. Enjoy Yusuf for 4 minutes
Yusuf.
straight.
Good to see Todd in action. Here you go. Enjoy, guys.
Let's do it.
نعتذر أيها القائد سوف أصنع ذلك يوسف أنت ابن الكلب
شو هو أسرع ميت
اسم من هنا
تيزي الشميتة
شو تقول؟
يلا لشه زين هذا الجيد You like little girl? You like? You like pretty girl? Come. 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 Pretty boy. Pretty boy.
حيوان وسخ
Yeah.
That needs to be my profile picture. Ah!
Yeah. Woo-hoo. Very nice. Very well done. We can't top that now. So we're gonna wrap up the live stream right here. You can't top that. But yeah, phenomenal job, Todd.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Again, now you see why I always say he's the scene stealer, because he is. I have to give credit where credit is due, because Kaufman allows me to do those things, and he gives me those parts, because otherwise I wouldn't get to do that cool stuff. But man, when you started taking the selfie with the corpses, I was already laughing. I was already like busted up, man. I was like, there goes Todd. There he goes. It was great. It was great.
And I have that photo on my phone, so it's never going out anywhere. I'll be murdered for sure.
don't know. That'd be kind of funny. I don't want to get
It's
you in trouble.
not, man. It looks really bad. It looks like I murdered somebody, and it's not good. I cannot put that out.
Make a fake Yusuf account on Instagram and then post that.
Johnny Strong and Will Kaufman would show up at my door.
Probably. But yeah, what I love, the best action movies show these slimy, disgusting villain type characters that you want to go, "Argh," but then you're entertained at the same time. But you give them memorable death scenes. Those are the best action movies that have that.
We gave them even more stuff. Like during that flashback scene, I'm actually taunting the mother, and it's going back and forth. And that the mother's played by Kaufman's wife, and she killed the role. But I'm actually looking at her, and we're going back and forth with these looks. So I first shoot her son in the stomach, and I'm kind of laughing at her, and she's giving me these reactions. So I didn't know that was going to be a flashback in the movie, but they shot that thing with so much coverage, and it was so gruesome. I was like, man, if they show this, so maybe they had decided to back it off a little bit. But whenever we did that scene, there was so much coverage of a shot and just really just taking them all out. I was like, man, people are going to hate us when they see this.
But that's the point.
Right.
That's the point of it. True. Especially when you're trying to play peekaboo with the little girl.
Right.
Her up and calm her down. Just slimy, terrible
shot in the balls.
Yeah,
I think
and I thought that was the end.
What's that?
I thought that was the end. I was like, oh, he got shot in the balls. Good for that guy. And then I thought that was your death. Nope. One to the dome.
I think he was coming over to shoot me some more, and then he gets in the shootout with somebody else. But I think he was going to go put a couple more in me as well.
Do that little double, triple tap action.
Yeah, quadruple tap.
But yeah, man, phenomenal job again, Todd. The more clips and the more things I see you in, I've been in some small little parts in some indie flicks, and it's an honor for me to even be in these small little indie movies. But I'm not a good actor. I'm just getting my feet wet. I'm not a good actor.
Hey, that's how it starts out for everybody, man. I was there. If you go back and look me up 20 years ago, you'll see some really embarrassing stuff.
But the more
12 years ago.
I'm sure it's still better than what I'm doing.
I don't know, man. I can sing some bad stuff.
But yeah, the more clips and stuff I see you in, I kind of see me learning from your style of acting. In terms of I want to be like that guy in terms of an actor. The more clips I see of you, man, I'm kind of getting that vibe. I want to be the guy who comes in, nails it, steals the scene, and then leaves.
We all want to be that guy. Most people won't let you do that, man. I'm telling you, most people won't let you do that. That's all Kaufman, man. He allows for me to do those things with those roles and creates those roles because a lot of times. Those roles don't exist in a lot of big movies. I mean, they're not going to let someone steal a scene from one of the leads like that.
Hey, and he enjoys it. Kaufman enjoys it. That scene where he got shot in the nuts.
Yeah.
Todd, I mean, in person, standing there watching him do that scene, it was amazing. And I could see the glee in Kaufman's eyes.
Yes.
Todd just not overacted, but
I did.
It was awesome, man. I mean,
I was doing 2 movies at the same time, so there was no sleep. If you ever saw me on set, I was sleeping on the ground
from one set to the next, and bro. But whenever that scene. Kaufman's eyes lit up and we laughed because it was that. I mean, it was awesome. So
I still I've seen it 30, 40 times. I can't get over watching that part. It's so funny.
Well, it was amazing and satisfying, and that's what you want to watch. That's what you want to experience when you're watching cinema, especially an action film. You want to be satisfied. How many times have we watched action movies and we end up with blue balls? You don't remember who the villain was. He was generic, right? You're like, well, so much for that. And who?
Hey, man, I'll go as far as Kaufman will let me go. I want to push it as far as he's comfortable letting me do it, and getting to work with Scott and that whole team is they're all like a family, man. We're all rooting on each other. There's no major egos on there. Nobody's trying to upstage everybody. Everyone's pulling for everybody to do well.
Yeah. For sure.
And that's what's really cool about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, hopefully one day your boy Preston will become a better actor like Todd. And Scott, hey, we appreciate what you do, brother, man. We really do. I mean, I'm looking forward, man, because you're knocking it out of the park right now, and I'm really looking forward. Any other action movies, man? Keep me in the loop. You know, we're gonna have y'all come back. It's your second home now, brothers. Your second home. Come back anytime.
We will definitely come back, brother.
Yeah, man. It's an honor to have you guys here. And everybody watching, thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the old Samurai Guy. That's right. Click on the links below. You can follow Scott and Todd on Instagram. That's right. Follow. That's right. Keep in touch with their filmmaking journey. That's right. And
That's right.
We appreciate it. Don't forget, check out the channel. Again, available everywhere. That's right. Check it out. And Warhorse 1 as well. And we'll see. Don't you guys go anywhere. But I'll see you action movie loving badasses on the next one. Take care, guys.